Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one of the hardest videos I've ever done. No, we didn't message anybody underage or nothing stupid like that. Hell no. We're coming back, damn it. But there is a problem. I had to do a sudden business move, and DJ has had to work with the equipment that he had. And let's just say that hotel Wi-Fi, at least the one that they give you for free, because they try to charge you to pay for an upgraded one, is not the best. That being said, we recorded an episode to talk about the death of Hulk Hogan and various subject matters, and I'm going to still play that audio. But in any time there's an audio issue or anything sounds kind of jarbled, I'm going to give you guys a live commentary, more or less, to fill in the blanks for y'all so you have a cohesive understanding as to what the hell is going on. Enjoy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been years, literally years, but a lot of shit has happened. We'll talk about what happened at another time, but I just want to bring back the South Sibs for y'all. Back with the second co host and now the permanent fucking co host, the boy DJ. All right, y'all clap it up for him. D, tell him about yourself for a brief second.
I am DJ.
There you go. That's all y'all fucking need. I want to try a new format where we talk about just brief topics. That way I can keep these episodes shorter, and we can keep them humorous and keep them moving. Starting off with the first topic, DJ, first of all, we lost Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, and 2 days later, we lost the Prince of Anti-Darkness, or Anti-Dark People. The boy, Hulk Hogan died, DJ. Complex feelings. D, you want to get your thoughts on Hulk Hogan?
Thoughts on Hogan? Um, you know, I'm one of those people that's like, uh, I appreciate uh, him for wrestling. When I say that, I literally only mean because of the match with The Rock. Um, yeah, it was like fuck you, Brock, because I was a huge fucking Hogan fan. Never bigger than Austin, but I was a huge Hogan fan in his return. I was a fan up until the Randy Orton feud. And then he went to TNA when TNA didn't need him. And that pissed me off because, believe it or not, I was a fan of TNA from like '02 to about the time Hogan got there. And yeah, I think as far as wrestling, he contributed, but I think he kind of hurt it more than he helped it. Like the whole union thing, holding certain people back, the ridiculousness of a lot of his stuff in WCW, Figure Poke of Doom, the weird Bash in the Beat shit. Bro really wanted to sue Vince Russo. Like, are you serious, Hogan?
Vince Russo for slandering Hulk Hogan.
For slandering his name. It's like, seriously? And I don't even like Russo, but like, seriously, Hogan? That's what we're doing. You know, didn't put Booker T over. Now, uh, Booker T did come out and say a few days ago that Hogan was like a big part of why Harlem Heat ended up getting a push. Now, I don't know how much of that is him just being the corporate Booker T that we've all come to know over the years, or if he was being for real. But I don't care because Hogan was at the end of the day racist. He said racist. He said racist shit. So I don't know. I
Yeah, it is one thing. It's one thing if it was like a bad racist joke, but the exact quote is him literally saying, "I'm racist to a point," immediately following it up by saying "fucking" and then hard R.
Yes. Not to mention saying he didn't want to be
It's pretty
reincarnated as a black
self-admitted.
person. His apology he gave was sorry I got caught. Make sure you don't get caught. And like I think that's really funny how so many people forgot about that now. And this is probably another
Well,
topic for
that's the
another
thing, and
day.
then
I say that, right? I say all this about Hogan, and I realize this, right? Brock Lesnar just came back. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things of about people who are celebrating Brock's return. I'm a Brock Lesnar fan, right? And I get it. Hogan was a piece of shit. There's a lot of people that see Brock as a piece of shit. Like I said, it's another topic for another day. But I can see the parallels, but I just when it comes to the Janelle Grant stuff, I just have way different feelings than a lot of people. And it's not that I'm siding with whatever Vince did when it comes to that, but I just have a lot of different opinions than other people. Whereas with Hogan, it's like he was blatantly racist. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? There was no apology. He was offered apology tours from black people, and he gave a fuck.
Prominent black people. It was from outside of wrestling, you got Mr. T. From inside of wrestling, you had Booker T. And then you also had Mark Henry.
Yep.
And they're not coming to you to be company man to save your ass. Like they're actively trying to save your image. But continue on unless that's all you got, and then I'll give my feelings.
No, that was all I got. End of the day, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, so for me it was complex because I had to really ask myself, do I not give a shit?
A shit about Hulk Hogan is what I had said. But as I was recollecting on my origins of liking Hulk Hogan, it goes back to my father being a wrestling fan and my mom being a wrestling fan.
My dad was a wrestling fan, and both my mom was a wrestling fan. And yeah, no, so look, as a kid, I was a fucking fan of Hulk Hogan. Like, we discussed this. I was at WrestleMania 30 with my dad. We fucking popped then because at the time the tape didn't get fucking released. Uh, we even Googled it just to verify. The last time I talked to you privately about that. But like he still called himself Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea, and it's not like a movie where you could like a movie and then just say, oh, well, the screenwriter did a very good job. Like, no, the promos they got to come from by themselves. Even though he pretty much stole half his shit from superstar Billy Graham and Jesse the Body Ventura, but I did not feel any sadness. I was low key just ready to see the jokes come in. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And like, dude, I was I was a fucking fan of Hogan, all right? I actually liked when Hogan fucking beat Randy Orton, but that's because I have a sister who is the biggest fucking Randy Orton fan. Uh, so I fucking stayed up late, with my dad watching fucking Raw and then going on the DVR to watch fucking Hogan Knows Best afterwards, you know?
Bro,
And
bro's a
yeah,
Hogan's
no,
no best fan. That's crazy.
hey, bro, he convinced us. He lied to us. He put on Jeezy and listened to that shit 3 times and was rapping to him. I didn't know. I didn't know how he really felt about Jeezy. We all didn't know, but I hadn't mentally forgiven Hogan because there was no effort shown. And for most people, when they do something like that, you could say, "Oh, well, enough time has passed by." Enough time has passed by if they show that they're actively trying to be a better person.
Yep.
you know? And I thought he was intentionally doing the smart thing by going around with the black women, saleswomen that he had, and then lo and behold, we find out that the first gig that they did with him, he fucking fires them and replaces them with white women. Like, bro, come on. That honestly, he could have given you the benefit of the doubt if you would have kept going through that advertising campaign. But did he? No. Like he did that shit, and then he follows it up by endorsing Donald Trump and the shit that Trump said, and it's just like I can't take you seriously when you're like this is a wrestling show, but these are people holding actual signs on things that they want to see, and the signs say deport them all. Who the fuck is them? You know? And when like when there's a lot of fans, like wrestling fans forgive pretty easily, and all you had to do was just apologize and show some semblance of changing or some semblance of progress. Now, I went to the Baybrook Mall when Hulk Hogan came, but I didn't even stand
I didn't even stay in the land for Hulk Hogan. I went to go see Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart. who was the only person who I felt bad for when I heard that Hogan died. Only because in my head canon he follows Hogan so much, I thought Jimmy Hart was the one to find him dead.
Oh man. Well, Jimmy ain't getting
Oh
no more.
fuck, Daddy! Get up, CPR!
He ain't
But
getting
I
no
mean,
more
look,
money.
like I grew up on a military base, man. Like,
It was at this point that I discussed the fact that I grew up on a military base and Real American damn near went platinum every 4th of July. I also thought it'd be funny to defend Jimmy Hart.
hey, Jimmy Hart still gets money, bro. Now, realistically, he's underpaid because he got as much money for all the theme songs that he helped made. Holy shit! But Jimmy Hart appreciation will be saved for another time. But especially Jimmy Hart in WCW, like something's hilarious about a guy with that hair and that look making bootleg Nirvana songs and bootleg Pearl Jam songs. Or Jimmy Hart in WCW, fucking incredible. But anyways, no, yeah, no, I took sure Jimmy Hart. I couldn't take a picture with Hogan. It just didn't feel right. I didn't have the desire to do that. I was like, granted, he was also charging $200, but even if I had the $200, I would not feel comfortable doing it because I didn't see him actively try to make any changes. And then it doesn't help that when this Real American Beer shit happens, you're actively taking pictures with people who have cutoff shirts and have SS tattoos on their fucking arms. Like, come on. Now, since Hogan's passing, originally, from when we wanted to record this, I'm glad it took us as long as it did for us to do it because a lot of details have came out. I didn't know that the daughter that he was so fucking protective of ended up having a falling out with him to the point where she asked for her name to be removed from the will. And allegedly, it's all because of her dating fucking black people. Like,
You know how racist
Jesus
you gotta
Christ,
be for
Hogan,
your
what the
daughter to
fuck?
just be
And
like, for your daughter to just be like, fuck your money.
dude, and not only that, she ended up marrying a white guy, and the grandkids are white. And then yesterday, the report was that he never made any effort to see his grandkids, and Brooke had actually tried to reach out to him to like make amends. But it's like, what do you do? Make amends? Like, hey, Dad, I'm sorry that I'm not as racist as you. Like, what the fuck? But like, I think honestly, I mourned Hogan dying when that racist tape came out because he betrayed everything he fucking stood for. Like as a kid, I used to listen to that fucking song on repeat all the fucking time. Which by the way, it was Barry Windham and Rotunda's theme first before Hogan just took it. But it's a banger song. I don't care what anybody says. All right, fuck Hogan for associating himself with that song. But it is a good ass song. Being said, like I grew up in a military base. That shit played every 4th of July. Like yo, but that's what it is when you're playing this character
Then you have people in there
whose
doing
theme
the
song literally says "Fight for the rights of every man." You know, like come on, man. Like I can't like your song like that theme song borderline made me the person who I am today. Because I genuinely believe that if you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man, can't let it slide, god damn it. But then you say some shit like that, and I lose all respect for you because you betrayed the character that you were. And even if you were a heel, if that audio got leaked, no, you're not a good heel. You're just a shitty person, man. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, we're not even. I don't care about the dumb shit like the stupid ass lies of oh, it's going to be the bassist for Metallica. Or I worked 370 days a night because we would work two towns in one day. Or, or saying that the match where Inoki clearly fake falling down, that oh I shoot knocked out Inoki, the same Inoki who for the most part pretty much won a fight against Muhammad Ali. like like
not to
dude,
mention,
it is like I
Andre
said, Hope.
died. Andre died 3 days after Hogan body slammed him, bro. Hogan was the reason that
No,
Andre
it's two
died.
different stories about that. It's Andre died 3 days after, or Hogan didn't know if Andre was going to go for business for himself, even though he clearly has a fucking bad back and he's holding onto the ropes for dear life. Yeah. You didn't know if that guy was going to go in for himself. But yeah, I honestly took a day to process it, and like my mom reached out.
And in discussing and speaking to my mom and reflecting over it, I really realized I just have no emotion towards Hulk Hogan's passing.
Because of the shit that he did. like I said, for me, Hulk Hogan died when them tapes came out. You know, he betrayed everything he was, and then the final nail in the coffin was the Trump shit. But before that, the fact that he just never tried to make himself any better or tried to make himself better. Like, and the fact that he knew he wasn't gonna get like Jimmy Hart said, oh, he was heartbroken when he came out to LA and they booed. What the fuck did you expect, bro? Like, you were smarter than that. Like, when you came out, they first tried to bring you back, you were already getting booed. So then you played it safe and only appeared in like fucking Saudi Arabia shows. You got booed at the WrestleMania when people came back from COVID, filled up that stadium, happy to be at a WrestleMania, and you're dressed as a fucking pirate and they still booed you. Like, dude, if you just would have made effort. And then what makes it more frustrating, now that this is filmed like about a week and a half after since he's died, the reports were that, oh, Bubba the Love Sponge had it right and was correct in saying that Hogan was about to die and on his deathbed, but that the family moved him from the hospital to his home and that they were just treating him there. That's what the reports that I had read too said. So, in your dying moments, in the moments that you are literally about to die, you should have just asked somebody to release a statement for you.
At this moment, I said Hogan probably should have just released a statement with the knowledge that he was about to die to ask fans for possible forgiveness and to more or less say that in his dying days, he reflects on his sins, more or less his racism, states that he's wrong, and hopes that he can get forgiveness from the millions of fans who he had hurt with his horrible language. That being said, I made a comparison similar to that of UFC star Ben Askren, who was recovering from an illness and thanked the fans for everything that had helped him. So I said, if Hogan similarly looked like that and was in his dying days, to probably reach out and make a video of an apology and asking for forgiveness before he goes.
I was hurt when I heard about the racist shit, you know, because that's that's who the fuck I look up to, you know? But when you betray the very thing that you stand for and when you make no effort to better yourself, I can't feel bad for you. When you were dying and you knew you possibly weren't going to make it, you could have used that opportunity to just ask for forgiveness. And for a majority of fans, I can't speak for everybody, maybe, maybe they would have had a change of heart. He's about to go, but he says, I'd like to apologize for all the fans that I've let down, all the people that I let down, and I just hope that, you know, you accept my apology. But you're
My boy
black,
Ben
so I'm just
Askren
gonna ask you.
is for real on his deathbed right now. He looks
Well, he's getting
terrible.
better. He's don't
Is he? Bro
he's
looks
better.
terrible. The
But
last
that's
video I
saying
saw.
if well no, the last video he's like moving a sitting bicycle, so he's doing better, thank God. But yeah, no, if Hogan put out a video, would you feel slightly bad for him, or would you have considered at least for a millisecond an apology?
No, because it's too late. The time that you did, he got caught. He came back 3 years after being caught saying the shit. You had 3 years to sit there, reflect on yourself, and say, you know what? What I said was wrong. I'm gonna apologize. And within those 3 years, he never made an apology. So WWE forced him to apologize. And even after being forced to apologize, your apology was, hey guys, sorry I said what I said on camera. Just know whenever you're gonna say something, make sure no one's recording you. What that's not you know what I'm saying? You have 3 years to
And
come
not to
up
mention that
with some apology. So if you would have came with an
that was
apology,
actually the oh my bad.
no, if you would have came with an apology right before his death, I'd have been like, well, oh well, nigga, sucks for you. I don't care now. Shit, it's 10 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yes, he did die 10 years from when the audio
Yeah,
leaked, and
10 years
yes,
to the
all
day.
right, I'm not gonna make the joke because somebody stole it. Somebody stole the fucking joke. They fucking tweeted long-term storytelling, brother. But yeah, no, I saw the first apology that he did on the Today Show. He just blew that shit off. It was just like, did I say some things that I regret 15 years ago? Yeah, but we all make mistakes. Like, no, 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 you don't get defensive with it. You don't say no shit like that. Which, ironically, I think he says that in front of Gail King. So, like, Gail King is just like 2-0 against shitty apologies. 'Cause she had that, and then she had fucking R. Kelly. But yeah, Hogan. I'm not gonna shit on you for being dead because I don't know. I mean, you're finding out what happens post you dying, you know. So who knows? Who knows? But on to the next topic. From a wrestler being dead to
Oh, hold on, and
a career being dead.
one last thing with Hogan. One last thing with Hogan, and it's more of like the fans.
All right, all right, all right.
For any fan online telling any black person offended by Hogan's comments that they need to get the fuck over it and not to be disrespectful to the dead, motherfucker. First of all, you don't get to tell a person how to feel over some goddamn racist comments. You just know you don't get to. You're not that race. Uh, and then to say
Yeah, like y'all saw in real time.
yeah, and then to say to
It was like,
don't
uh,
disrespect the dead, motherfucker. That was disrespectful when he's alive. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna disrespect me while I'm alive, guess what? I'm gonna disrespect you while you're alive, and then I'm gonna keep disrespecting you while you're dead. Because nigga,
yeah, like look, we're
no
all
one
gonna.
has ties. No one owes him anything. Oh, you guys owe him because he gave y'all wrestling. Motherfucker, wrestling was here before him, and wrestling is here after him.
Yeah,
So
no. Like again, contributions to the business. Yes, he is a pivotal part. It's like this. Does Hulk Hogan belong on a Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Yes. But you know who else is on the actual Mount Rushmore? No, I said, look, Hulk Hogan is on the Rushmore of wrestling, whether we want to admit it or not. But
is
similar to the
he
real route,
is he
but
on your Mount
but
Rushmore wrestling? He ain't on mine.
he ain't on mine and my personal favorites. But we got to. But if we're talking about in wrestling in general, in the grand scheme of things,
I still don't have him on it.
we have to. No, but I'm
Mm,
saying as a general consensus, like if on some Family Feud shit, when they ask 100 people to name a fucking wrestler, whether we want to admit it or not, we got to accept the fact that Hogan's going to be fucking brought up. And like I said, similar to the actual Mount Rushmore, George Washington, racist as fuck,
Oh yeah, I was just about
owning
to say that.
slaves.
I was just about to say
So
that.
yeah, you could be on the Mount Rushmore. You could be a pivotal part of the history of an industry, but also be a terrible fucking human being. And like for the contributions of wrestling, I appreciate it, but how you behaved as a human being afterwards, when your time as an athlete is done, I give you this.
We flipped off the camera. We flipped off the camera. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Iron Sheik style, baby. But it is a complex loss, and we would have shown it to you, the video of it, but the video got lost. So I had to paste this and work this to the best of our abilities. But we are coming back. I am on DJ's podcast, both discussing the Superman film and Fantastic Four and other various topics. There is more subject matters that I got to break and edit, but I figured Hogan would get a video on his own because that's the way his selfish ass would have wanted it.